What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and today we're going to take a look at the Seeker as a part of my Does It Suck series. The Seeker is a Seraph assault rifle made by Torgue from the 4th campaign DLC, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. The red text says, "Oh yeah, that's fair," and it consumes 2 ammo per shot. Obviously, being a Torgue weapon, it does deal explosive damage. Now, this particular weapon does kind of seek out and attack nearby enemies. Let's see if I can't get it to happen here. So you'll see there that the bullet kind of curves. If we move a little bit closer here, we can probably see that it will eventually go after that guy. And that is a little bit weird about the weapon. We'll see how it works here in practice. We'll take a look real quick at the slippery version. This is the one that increases fire rate and projectile speed. The nasty version has a relatively slow projectile speed. So I would probably, if I was going to recommend this weapon, and I probably wouldn't, at least recommend the slippery version with the increased projectile speed. You'll notice there that the accuracy is pretty good, but that is somewhat irrelevant due to the fact that it actually seeks out its enemies anyway. Now, with a fire rate of 1.5, it is going to fire pretty damn slowly. Ordinarily, the weapon does have a magazine size of 22. However, I am using a Torgue Allegiance relic, which does boost the fire rate and magazine size, theoretically giving this gun even more of an advantage. But we'll see how it does here in the Washburn Refinery. So other Torgue Assault Rifles, including the non-unique versions, have performed well. This one, so far, took quite a few rounds to kill that enemy. 20 shots to kill that enemy. That's less than desirable, I would say. I'm going to wait till I get my turret back out there just for, you know, extra damage and such. We're going to put it right here. Should be able to see most of the battlefield with that. Alright, so now that we have our Battlefront bonus, let's go ahead and begin working into this power loader. Now, I'm not going to lie, using this weapon is already disappointing to me. I actually like to aim my weapons and look for critical hits, and one irritating thing about this is that you will not get critical hits with it. It aims for the center of mass, and as a result of that, I think the weapon is pretty poor. But let's keep using it here. Still have our Battlefront bonus, obviously. Have Onslaught and Metal Storm active for a little bit there. You can see that even with Metal Storm, the weapon fires extremely slow, despite the fact that I had both Metal Storm and a Allegiance Relic increasing its fire rate, and I also have the fire rate prefix on the weapon. So really that not good things for the weapon as far as the fire rate goes. I'm unsure. Yeah, we weren't even able to stop a charging bull loader. Usually indicative of a bad weapon if that is the case. Let's stop these guys from attacking me just for a moment here, and then we'll get our turret back out. I need to get behind this set of boxes. Well, I guess this weapon can... I don't even know if it's hitting anything there. It's hard to play without the rising shot bonus to tell you if you're hitting enemies. It's pretty bad to barely be able to kill a bull loader, I would say. Using explosive weaponry on accident and being just barely able to kill something is indicative of a terrible weapon. Let's go ahead and see how using the weapon is irritating, because I wanted to keep shooting at this guy back here, get the onslaught bonus, and then move away from that exploder. But the weapon in its you know, usage scenario there, where or in its displaying of its special effect, it just is aggravating. I mean, the fact that it chooses what enemy to go at instead of you choosing is just mind-blowingly aggravating. I don't know who would possibly want to play a game like that where it chooses what to shoot at. I mean, it's Nisha the gun. It's fucking bullshit. At least Nisha can even choose what she wants to aim at, despite the fact that it is auto-aim. God, what a terrible fucking character design that was. We're going to go ahead and move forward now. This exploder's going to come, I don't know, try to attack us, I guess? I'm not sure. Watch, it can't even stop an exploder attacking us. That is just pitiful. The exploder literally gets all the way to us. The Seeker is garbage. Hate to call it here after this first room, but the Seeker is a shit weapon. I mean, if it can't do anything with accident, it's terrible. I don't understand how these particular weapons make it out of the vetting or testing process. It makes me curious to know if there is a vetting or testing process, because this is something that should have never made it into the game. It's really, really, really bad. I mean, I guess you can hit this guy. No, see, even the seeking is bad. It doesn't even make it around corners well. Even the thing that this weapon is supposed to do, it is shitty at. This is really, really, really bad. You know, that's bad. I guess we could shoot it this far and it will seek out that enemy. Look at that. Or no, it won't. It's hitting that wall again. So even the seeking function is fucking terrible on this weapon. Even if I leave it way out here to the left. Alright. It finally is hitting him. You know, doing literally almost no damage, obviously, of course. Alright, so with Battlefront and Slag and Scorched Earth contributing to the damage, we will eventually be able to kill this guy. Impressive, because I didn't necessarily see that as a possibility. Let's see if I can't get my turret back as well. Haha. Alright. So moving down here, we are going to be facing a couple power loaders. Might as well group them up to see if the splash damage is big enough to damage two enemies at once, I guess. Well, they don't want to cooperate. I don't know what they're doing. So, I would say that the shared damage among the two loaders right now is primarily from the Quasar, as opposed to anything else. The Pimpernel got a good kill there. Activating Onslaught and Metal Storm, so now you can really see the Seeker at its fullest potential. And I don't see why anyone would need this kind of ability to play the game. Basically, the Seeker's garbage. I don't really have too much more to say about it. It's just terrible. Yeah. Again, this is the kind of weapon that confuses me. This is supposed to be a rare weapon, or at least a hard-to-acquire weapon, or something that you, at the very least, need to be at in-game to even acquire due to the way that they treat Seraph crystals, which I do think is a little bit weird, and perhaps that is a topic for another video. But, yeah, you need Seraph crystals to get this weapon, or you need the ability to defeat raid bosses to get the Seraph crystals, and some Seraph weapons are powerful, some with caveats, some just happen to be flat-out powerful, and then, wow, screw that barrier. And then you have some that are like this, which are basically entirely useless. And I don't think that is good game design. There shouldn't be in-game weapons that are virtually useless, like the Seeker. I mean, it takes that long to kill. I mean, we'll put an entire magazine on this hot loader. For some reason, he seems to be glitched. Takes an entire magazine to kill a hot loader. That is just flat out bad. And again, the seeking function is garbage. Alright. So we're not going to have long to attack this badass loader. We can see that at range, the bullets do somewhat effectively seek him out since he's not near any sort of cover. And I guess that's good. We can stand really far back here and kill him. But I don't see the purpose of standing really far back here and killing him when it would be quicker just to use a proper weapon and, you know, kill him without hiding, I guess. This is a poor weapon. It's possible for you to kill things. I guess the utility of the weapon does make it possible to hide around a corner and eventually wear enemies down. Despite the time it takes to kill something, it's not the most ammo inefficient thing in the world because it does only consume 2 ammo per shot. I guess that's a positive if you're really reaching for positives for this weapon. So that's something. I'm going to go ahead and open that so that I have a retreat, knowing that the stopping power on this weapon is less than adequate. So make sure and get both of these enemies slagged here just in case my Seeker decides to seek out the wrong enemy. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this fella slagged, and then we'll use Metal Storm and Onslaught to really roll into him. As you can see, it did almost as much damage as Scorched Earth there. So that's pretty pretty impressive, really. Finally took out that gun loader, so that was good. It looked like it happened to be acquiring critical hits somehow throughout its seeking there, so I guess if a gun loader stands at the exact right angle, you are capable of getting critical hits, which is something that is good. Cheating there against that hot loader. Oops. Cool, it looks like we did kill the hot loader there, so that was excellent. Now the game is once again attacking the wrong enemy for me, so that's brilliant. We may or may not be able to kill this exploder before it reaches us. I guess that would be a no. I was almost looking forward to the Battlefront that, or not the Battlefront, the Onslaught and Metal Storm that we were going to have with that kill, but I wasn't incredibly looking forward to it. Well, at the very least, it doesn't look like a power loader can block it, so that's one thing it has going for it. Alright, so let's put our turret up there. I need some sort of distraction in order to even get one kill with this weapon right now, so that's pretty damn bad. Alright, wow, that guy, he punched me to death. Let's see if we can't get a second wind. This weapon is garbage. I could have stayed back and survived, probably, but I was honestly getting impatient just waiting on the weapon to eventually do something. It is indeed a terrible weapon. Go ahead and withdraw it really quickly here, the turret I'm talking about, and then we'll go ahead and try to make it through the rest of this little run here. Look at that. There is a Torgue Assault Rifle to give us a little bit more assault rifle ammo, which is good because we are getting, we weren't too low actually, but you know, whatever, good to have. I mean, it does eventually wear down an enemy. It takes 20 slacked shots to almost kill a junk loader there. That's pretty damn bad. That'll give us our Onslaught and Metal Storm bonus for this guy though, so that was excellent. And we also had Battlefront. This gun, it's a bad weapon. I mean, I don't really know how else to put it. It's just bad. Alright, let's put this up there so that we have our Battlefront bonus, and then we can concentrate on getting Metal Storm active for this guy. Perfect. Look at that. And you can see just how abysmally slow the fire rate is too. I don't know what I would do in order to make this weapon effective. Like my friend Dirch right now, he's doing some hindsight fixes for some weapons that he is profiling as part of his Good, the Bad, and the Ugly series concerning Red Tex weapons, and he has some interesting hindsight fixes for some of the weapons. I'd be interested to know what his hindsight fix might be for this weapon. Honestly, it seems as if it would need basically double the damage it has, perhaps, or maybe like 50% higher damage, 50% higher fire rate. I'm not entirely certain. My point, though, is that this gun needs a significant amount of help. It's pretty damn bad. If we can get Pervy over here, that would be really wonderful. I'm just not sure if you can. Yeah, see, I don't think you can get Pervy over here without waking up the other enemies. So that was kind of weird there, but at least they're going after our turret, and this will give us a good opportunity to see if the splash damage is indeed affecting multiple enemies, because that other loader was right behind it there. It looks like he did take a significant amount of damage, so that's good. Let's go ahead and move on to Pervy now and see if we can't use Metal Storm and Onslaught to deal some decent damage to him. Looks like he was unslagged for the majority of our kill skills there, which is unfortunate, but we have got him to around 25% health at this point, so that is a good thing. Just using that there, thinking that we might be able to suck Pervy further than these guys, and it definitely didn't work. We'll have our turret back before too long, and then we'll need to go kill Pervy before he regenerates absolutely all of his health, which is coming up. So, turret's back. Let's go ahead and try to kill this guy as quickly as we can. Perhaps I should use the wild version. Accuracy is not a big deal anyway, so that little bit of extra damage should be somewhat beneficial. Might as well slag this guy since the turret's not, and then we'll begin to try to kill him. well. I mean, we're outdoing his health regeneration, so that's something. Cool. So we killed another enemy there. That was good. Pervy's all the way regenerated health, so that's bad. Luckily, I regenerate some health as well, so that's a good thing. We'll just kind of keep trying to distract him for the time being. See how he keeps getting scooted back there while my turret recovers and my health regenerates. That's a good thing. Alright, so now we'll try to kill Pervy. Should be fairly simple. Pervy's almost one giant critical hit spot, so it's reasonable to believe that both the turret and Seeker may manage to score critical hits on him eventually. There may or may not be a couple more enemies in here. If there are, we'll get ready to kill them. There are not. So that'll be pretty much the end of this video. The answer to the question, does it suck, regarding the Seeker is a definite yes in my mind. Even if we would have used the Wild Seeker, you can see there that the damage increase is really quite minimal. Perhaps we should have used it, since the accuracy difference is rather negligible considering the weapon does curve and stuff anyway. Either way, though, this is a pretty generous build for helping the Seeker, I would say. Axton obviously does well with Torgue weaponry, and then on top of that, we are using a Torgue Allegiance relic as well, and the weapon still performed poorly. So overall, I would say that the Seeker is indeed a sucky weapon. It does indeed suck. It would suck even more if you had a version without the fire rate and projectile speed increase, either from the slippery or wild version. If you don't have the slippery or wild version, I would say that it sucks even worse. Overall, though, the weapon is a definite suck, and I'm unsure why weapons like this still somehow make it into the game, even late in its life cycle and such. Obviously, Tiny Tina's was not their first DLC. So, as always, guys, I thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't yet taken the time to subscribe yet, please do. I'd appreciate that as well. Otherwise, I do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.